Okay, the Master Investor interview today is with CEO of Picklive Holdings, David Galan, which is a company soon to be listed on the AIM market, £5 million IPO, or raising £5 million. Could you explain, David, a little bit about what the company does?
Sure, so we operate daily fantasy sports games, which is a new genre in online gaming. It takes traditional season-long fantasy football, which a lot of people are familiar with, and basically condenses it down into very short chunks. So Picklive in the UK is basically 90-minute fantasy football. We also operate in the US. We're one of the only real money sports gaming products that's legal in the US market, so very, very exciting. We see ourselves pretty much as a sort of proxy on sports betting in the US market.
So, for people who don't know, in the US it's illegal to bet on real sports, is that correct? Online?
Correct. In 2006, online sports betting, and in fact offline sports betting as well, was made illegal. However, in the regulations that made it illegal, there was a carve-out for fantasy sports, which is what we do. There's actually 40 million people in the US who play season-long fantasy sports, and what we do is this very fast-growing new niche within that sector. Sort
of strange, sort of prohibition type of thing to do, though, that move.
Well, I mean, I guess it's
just like everything's ready online, everything's sort of the technology's there. There's great interest in sports. Oh, let's not do it.
I guess it's being a Brit. We look at some of these laws in the US as slightly strange. You can
like gun control.
Buy a gun, but you can't
yes,
buy
exactly.
a pint until you're 18.
But you've got your, let's sort of say getting around it. But you can take advantage of the environment there in America and have a good market share in terms of what you're doing. You've got the upside of a massive, let's say, clientele or audience or market. And that is one of the plus points.
Absolutely. We operate in the US through a joint venture that we have with Sportech PLC. Right. They're very big B2B operators in the US.
On AIM as well?
It's full list actually.
SPO?
SPO.L, correct.
I've done my homework. But so basically you're almost looking to sort of follow them in terms of your path to AIM and to future glories on the financial markets.
Absolutely. So, I mean, what we're doing in the US is they're an established B2B operator. So, rather than take a B2C approach in the US market, where you do need millions of dollars in marketing money, our approach there is much less risky by using Sportech, basically, who already have lots of relationships and B2B partners to piggyback off that.
I mean, just taking the other side of the coin, fantasy sports, great in the US, how great is it in the UK and what's the potential here?
So there's 40 million people who play fantasy sports in the US. In the UK there's about 4.5 million people who play. Very, very widespread. There's an audience of 4.5 million people that we would look to convert to playing our much faster paced daily games. Much more fun to play. Very much a second screen form of entertainment. The way our players play is they generally watch the game on Sky or BT. They'd have their iPad on their lap and they'd play Picklive at the same time.
So all the technology is all there, it's all easy and it's all
the technology is built, it's our proprietary technology. We spent a couple of years building it and a lot of money. That's all built, ready, operating. We already have a small player base in the UK. And the KPIs that small player base has generated look very good. Gives us a lot of confidence that it's a scalable business, and why we're looking to raise money is to basically spend some money on marketing to scale up that business.
Right, well, you answered probably all the conventional questions. I think the final one is just probably the one that a sort of mischievous one. I mean, how much of a chance is there for the US to actually allow sports betting, or to reverse that 2006 chance, which would obviously be, have atomic proportions for you if you're already based there?
Sure. I mean, I think over time.
Is it 10% or 20%?
Yeah, I mean, I think probably over time it's 100%, and we do expect in the future that sports betting will legalise across the US in the same way that online casino which was illegal, is now state by state starting to open up. For example, New Jersey legalised online casino a few months ago. We don't see our product as mutually exclusive, so I think fantasy sports is so American and so prevalent in American society that we don't see people, if sports betting is legalised, stopping fantasy sports. The way the Americans...
No, but you could add it to your offering, is that right?
That
was the implication.
We could add it. We could add it to our offering through Sportec as well. They're already active in the online casino market in New Jersey as well.
Right. Well, David Galan, CEO of Picklive Holdings. Good luck with the IPO, and thanks for speaking to Master Investor today.
Thank you very much.